Hello everyone. It is I am back with another video. And surprise surprise, this is another myth video. And today we're going to be talking about the one and only Moracus. Moracuius. Moracuius? I don't know how to pronounce his name. But let's just get straight into it. So, before we get into the lore, what about we talk about his avatar in the game that he made? The first thing that we're going to talk about is his avatar. So, Moracus' avatar is pretty simple, consisting of white skin tone, his torso is a dark blue, and his pants are light blue. Kind of like an old Roblox character. But there's nothing too complicated on this avatar, making him easy to find on Roblox. Next, what about we talk about his game? So his game is called the Moracus Household, and when you join, it doesn't seem too scary at first. With a nice house being on a hill on an island, there's an island with gravestones, and there's one more island with a lighthouse. If you head into his house, his living room has like a couch, dining room table, little bookshelves, a kitchen, and some pictures of his family. If you go to the second floor, he has his wife's room, consisting of like a mirror, a music player, and a bed. And then his room consists of a bunch of missing posters for some reason, and he doesn't have a music player. And every time you try to ask Moracus about the missing posters, he always says that he's uncomfortable about talking about it. So that is something to keep note of. Now, that's all we really know about the house. I'm not going to be explaining too much of the lore in this video. I'll probably make a video talking about the main lore, but we're just going to be talking about the simpler things. On to the second chapter. Now let's talk about his wife, Miss Morus. So first of all, one thing to immediately be noted is that it's Miss Morus, not Miss Moracus. Because all we know about Moracus is that we don't know his first name. He's been hinting that Moracus is not his first name, but his last name. So technically we should be calling him Miss Moracus. Mr. Moracus, oh my god. So we still need to find out what his first name is. So let's talk about his wife's avatar. His wife's avatar is basically like his avatar, but instead of having a dark torso, they have a light torso, and then their pants are darker than their torso. They do have a white skin tone, and they actually have hair. They have some nice pink hair. Pretty easy to spot like Moracus. But let's talk about her likings and stuff like that. Miss Morus really loves tea for some reason. Moracus really loves coffee. So they both don't really like the same things, but, still husband and wife. Miss Morus doesn't also like to talk about the graves either, and actually notices when Moracus is going a little insane about like his parents and stuff, because the graves are his parents, but they both don't really like talking about it as much. They also don't really like talking about where their sons went, but Miss Morus did say that they went off to college. And that's basically all we know about Miss Morus. Miss Morus is probably going to introduce herself a little more later in the lore, but that's all we really know. It's pretty surprising, honestly. On to the 2.5 chapter, because this was way too short. You're probably wondering what I mean by the bits. So the bits are 3 people: 8-bit, 32-bit, and 64-bit. 8-bit is a person that barged into Moracus' house when we were talking, asked a couple questions, and then left. 32-bits barged into the house when we were talking, and asked where 8-bit was. We told him that he was last seen in the console, which is a game that he keeps going in, and then he left. And then if we go to the future, a new guy named 64 Bits came in and, like, basically just dances on graves, which is weird. But he's way more colorful than the rest. And he does have his own house as well in the game. So let's go and have a quick rundown on the characters. Number 1, we have 8-Bit. His character is pretty simple with a fully black character, and he has a t-shirt that has an 8 number on it. Number 2, we have 32-Bit, which is the exact same as 8-Bit, but instead it's 32 on his torso. And then 64-Bit has a mix of colors for his skin tone, and has a 64 on his torso, I think. I'm not certain though. And that is it for the bits. On to the last chapter. So, that is it. So, all we know is that Morcus is like, you know, a chill guy, a little bit crazy, but you know, pretty chill. Loves coffee, of course. His wife, on the other hand, we still need to investigate because Miss Miraculous, not the same last name, a little skeptical about what's happening there. And then, of course, you have the bits that are like the main antagonists of the series thing. But other than that, thank you all for watching. Make sure to like and subscribe, hit that bell, and never miss future uploads. Remember, at 400 subscribers, I'm doing a face reveal. And yeah, thank you all for watching. I'll promise to make more videos next time. But like and subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Peace.